My name is Margaret Ann Windsor, Peggy Ann Childers, the name given me when I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in 41 at age 2 and brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey. Both twins were dead. I grew up thinking that was my name, and I found out from the Brits and during a political campaign in '83 of my real name, and this is my father, the real King Edward VIII, and this is his brother that helped kidnap me and take out him, and the brother helped Roosevelt, and this is the imposter that married Simpson, and this is Caroline Kennedy. Her grandfather Joe was ambassador to Great Britain and helped take down my dad and kidnap me, and here she is with Obama. Now then, what I want to say here, I'm going to try to just spit it out and get it over with. I wrote the book about medical malpractice and mind control, which is where these are mind control murders. And the Grand Century, 16 Aurora, and you can follow those. They're mind control murders. I got the letter from the FBI from U.S. Attorney William Harper June the 23rd of, well, I guess I'm showing the TV and my feet and everything, aren't I? Of AD 78. They said national security involved. The thing is, the things that have happened and what enabled it was the FBI, well, it really has more power than probably most anybody other than the New World Order. I'm not too sure about, you know. The point being is that they can go into any country, really, but they're the top law enforcement here. Investigative team, just like you're watching on out of Quantico and etc. So they have the power to put anybody under investigation and, quote, they will find something. So if it's the local or state law enforcement doesn't follow suit with them, they can put them under investigation and put them in jail, because most of these people really have committed crimes. So they're not fabricating it, I don't assume. But the point is, that's how they get people to engage in criminal acts against me. They all had the option to back off. They didn't. So my life has continued to be a living hell since I came to Roanoke, Virginia, October of '86. I'm allergic to chemicals. They've built on that illness. My immune system shuts down. You take out my liver, my kidneys, veins that are made to break that shouldn't, using chemicals that I am forced to inhale to have a place to live, or when I run to the forest to get away from it, like at Buchanan, the National Forest out there. The last years when I would resort to going there where I should get fresh air, I didn't. What I got was the hosts. And if you don't think people do it, they do. Archie was one of them's name. He's local. So the locals, all of them just want rid of me. What they started doing was they would soak wood in formaldehyde, and they would pass it out to the campers. And when you put it near me, anywhere near me, it shuts down my kidneys. I absolutely can't sleep. I mean, it kills me. Then I'm begging to leave again, and I'm tossed around. This happened many times up at Roanoke Mountain, which is a national park campsite, and that's where I met Frida Barton's relative, Virginia State Trooper Carl Barton. His wife was the one that told me that after taking me to Affordable Corporate Suite on Starkey Road, that this is how they run me, using chemicals on me. Well, if I don't run, I get soaked. The damage is done, so what? So I stayed there for 17 months and inhaled their fumes. But anyway, he had been a host there. Now then, I'll backtrack just a minute to Frida Barton, who took me. I'm in the forest. Hey, I must be a loose cannon. Something wrong with me. Don't let me tell them about writing a book about the federal government, about me being kidnapped and the monarch and all this. Because you can just do anything you want to. There's no law that protects me. So Frida Barton came out under the guise of helping me, and she had a newspaper clipping. I'm always looking for a home, like the boll weevil, right? So she takes me to Benton, which is a suburb here, really. And when I've paid the man West Building Supply, his name's West, owns the little complex, they're talking, and I find out that they're really close friends. Well, I've paid the $600 deposit, $600 monthly rent, and it was a month-to-month lease. Well, she took me to the store to pick up a few groceries. I come back, and she informed me that the air conditioning wasn't working. Well, this happens everywhere I go. And then starts the fumes, and then starts the deadly vapors, and, it's just not happening because no law will come in because they're telling them to do it. So I've got all the symptoms. I've got prednisone. I've got medicine for it. So there's no doubt in anybody's mind what's being done to me. And this town and this state has stood by and had a ball with me. But anyway, I ended up having to leave, suffered through the month, and lost my deposit. I had to move. Back to the woods I go, where the rangers are waiting on me. By the way, the agriculture department was under Bob Goodlatte, and he knows all of this. He's over the Judiciary Committee up there now. So is former Governor Kane, who I thought was a decent person, really. So what has happened is FBI get the law enforcement, or FBI will put the law enforcement under investigation and find something. So they get them. They didn't have to do it. These people had options. They didn't have to do any of this. But hey, I'm the one getting whipped up on. They don't have to pay for it. Law enforcement told them to do it. They do it. So everywhere I've gone, this has happened. To the Edinburgh Village retirement, to where I'm gassed, to Richfield where I'm gassed, to Joseph's Way in Bedford where I'm put up against a war memorial that's praising the Americans and got my flag, the British flag, flying in my face while they're gassing me. And then they've got a Navy SEAL comes in as maintenance guy. It's even written up over there in their little booklet and everything, bulletin. So this has all happened. It's been a living hell that I live from one day to the next, hoping that I make it out of it. So you can get people to do anything when the law supports them. Part of it was like Frida's Barton's, go back to her. Her daughter, whether she's unmarried or not, I think she was unmarried, had a couple of children. Social services had come out and gotten them, and the deal was made that if Frida participated in what they were doing to me, taking me to the apartment, etc., then where I got gassed, then social services might give her children back, her grandchildren back to live with her. So the maintenance guy from Green, I don't know if it's Baptist Church downtown Roanoke or not, this is when I first came here. Deal was made with him, and he lived at Hardy Trailer Park in a dump trailer. And the deal was made that if I went out, if he hired me to go and live in a trailer that was horrible and eat those little cheap TV dinners that had been put in a freezer and had been there and frozen and were outdated and everything, and I'm supposed to eat that and be glad to get it. Well, the deal was that I was supposed to make sure that his grandson, his nephew, that was charged with something in Bedford County, made it to school every day and be a cook. And then at night I was supposed to go with this maintenance guy out to a private. He had some private businesses, help clean house, their business and all this. So really I was getting no money. Oh, this is true. I laughed because it's so hideous. You don't know what to do with it. So you get the gist. They got something on people, and people participated with it. The one guy up at Roanoke Mountain seemed to be a decent sort. He was with law enforcement. Later, he was a camp host. And he told me, he said, when you come in, they bring, and I know who they were talking about, one of the girls, she always showed up. Someone brings them up, and they brought a family up that time, for instance, and put them right across from me. This is a big place, campground. Hardly any people go there. But they end up right next to me, you see, and they're given wood that's soaked in formaldehyde. And it kills me. So everybody had something to hide. They could have walked away from it. It's assault and battery. It's only when you start locking up these people, maintenance, head of, managers, apartment managers, etc., and owners, and start charging them, because it's killing me. It's murder. You think a bee, if you put it in a room with somebody and deliberately, and it stung them and they're allergic to it, and the person put it there deliberately, that's not a murder weapon. This has been ongoing, and I don't know if I'll live. What kind of life have I lived? I'm afraid they'll come and lock me up.